Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Foodie Sal. Welcome to the second episode of the One Place podcast. It's the podcast where you can find all types of people that have different lifestyle and different way of thinking and even different careers, but they all share a point that they will make you a believer in a nice future where good people still exist. My guest today is a doctor, an artist, a plant lover, an athlete, and a bookworm. Still, there are more words to describe this young man. So, without further ado, welcome to the podcast, Dr. K. I called you Dr. K. Sorry for not
Nice.
telling you that.
That's a great name. I like it.
All right. I appreciate you being here with me today.
Of course.
Can you give us a little introduction on who is Dr. Karam?
Okay. My name is Karam El-Kizic. I'm 26 years old. I'm a recent graduate doctor. If I'm going to describe myself, I would like to say I'm a future artist, a future violinist. I'm trying to be an athlete. I'm trying to be like, not a health enthusiast or something, but I'm trying to go that way. Actually, I thought about, I don't know, expanding my Instagram to be like, I don't know, I hate the word influencer, by the way, but I'm trying to, I don't know, to reach more people to share my knowledge. If you call it knowledge, I know a little bit about stuff.
So, as you said, you're a doctor now, and I feel like I shouldn't be reminding you, but I want to know what are the similarities between your school years before studying medicine and after, and the differences too.
The similarities, I don't know if there's a similarity there. I know there's a lot of differences, but before medicine, I don't know. I was like, I guess I didn't work that hard.
Mm-hmm.
Medical school really teach you how to work hard, especially in the first 5 years when you have the exams and the clinical practice of as well, the night shift, the you have a lot of responsibilities. Plus, you have to study like every single day. You can't find a single time to. I guess you can make place, for hobbies or stuff, but
Yeah.
mostly you have to focus on studying. I guess before medical school, I had a lot of free time to I don't know, to enjoy life as a teenager and
Yeah.
do more stuff. I don't know if you know this about me, but I used to box.
Wow.
Yeah. I had a lot of different. I tried a lot of sports,
Yeah.
growing up. First of all, I was a big basketball fan.
Mhm.
I used to play with the girls, so to speak, because guys never played basketball. They were all into football,
Yeah.
and few guys like me and another two guys we loved basketball, and we used to scooch out to the girl
Yeah,
stadium
outside,
and
yeah.
play with them, or sometimes play with ourselves. And after that, I went to boxing. I used to box like I even won a championship of Morocco.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah. It's at the age of 15 or 16. Yeah.
Wow. That's a
After
huge
that,
achievement.
yeah, it was a period of my life. I'm really thankful of and grateful, because in a way that sport really shaped my identity or how I see the world. Boxing is not it's not a it's like hit, or you're gonna hit or get hit.
Yeah.
It teach you that. It teach you how to face life. If someone hits you, you have to and hit back. In a way, all sports are active sport, not a passive.
Yeah.
But boxing is like to the extreme. If you don't hit, you're gonna get you're gonna get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
After that, I started running. By the way, Casey Neistat was a huge influencer for me to run.
Yeah.
His vlogs or his videos about running I like my favorite videos. I tried to do like aikido, and I'm planning to do like triathlons
Oh
or
yeah.
long distance
Iron
running.
Man.
The Ironman, of course.
Yeah.
The first one was last year,
Do,
I
do you
guess.
have it here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first Ironman in Africa, I guess, was last year in Morocco. The first
Wow.
one, the first edition of the Ironman.
Can you tell the people like what is the triathlon?
Yeah, the full triathlon in Ironman is like, if I'm correct, it's a 3.8 kilometers swimming,
Yeah.
followed by by 180 kilometer in cycling,
Yeah.
then a full marathon, 42.2 kilometers. You have to do
Wow.
this consecutively.
Um, as a medicine student, uh, I'm not a medicine student myself, but like I've heard that if you want to be a medicine student, that means that you don't have a life. Medicine is your life.
Ex-
But here you are, like proving that wrong. How did you
yes.
do it?
uh, it's not that you don't have a life. It's just like in every field you have to I don't know, you have to really manage your time. That's first priority. You see, like, I don't know, the big guys in time management, like
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Yes.
He managed like a lot of companies in small amount of time. It's all about time management. I'm not gonna say I'm a big time management guy or something,
Yeah.
but my thing is like I like a lot of stuff. I like doing a lot of things, and I have to find a way to make that happen.
And studying medicine like did not stop you. It wasn't a barrier
No,
between you and
no.
them.
If you study enough, I didn't. Probably in my case, I didn't study enough. I didn't do the exact studying that I should do, but I always managed to like save this semester in the finals or stuff like that.
Yeah. Whenever I go to the cafeteria and see you there, it feels like 90% of the time you were holding a book and reading it. So can you tell us a little bit about the relationship between you and the books and its origin? Like how did it start?
All right, I'm gonna say I was not a big uh, reader kid.
Yeah.
There's some kids you see there, like they're reading all the time, and I don't know, they I don't know if it's an influence from their parent or from their environment, but there are some people, the people I know who reads a lot are like they started from a young age, like I don't know, 6 7 years old, usually with Harry Potter series, all of them. How I started, I guess I transferred in my final year in high school. I transferred for another school, and I was like, I was not the lonely kid or something. Uh, I had pretty good relationship with everybody, but I don't know, I was not lonely there. I just back off from everyone. I wanted to focus on especially I didn't, I had a big exam coming. And I didn't do well in the previous year. There's a big exam too that counts for 25%. I didn't study for it. I didn't score very well, and I was trying to have a better results that year. And so I was isolated from everyone by choice, and I was talking. I always try to. I try to find I don't know, a thing to do to keep my mind off.
Studying.
It's not to keep busy, to keep
Yeah.
busy in the empty hours. A girl once told me how she really loved the Harry Potter series. She was talking so passionately about books, and I was like, how could someone, like, I don't know, she's a kid. She was talking about when she was a kid, and she couldn't sleep because she wanted to read that. And I started reading. I tried the Harry Potter books.
And you
Uh,
started reading them, so that
exactly.
was your start.
I started with them, and if you want someone to really enjoy books, you have to hook them up.
Yeah.
They have to start with something to get hooked. You can't just bring a kid some random book and tell him you're gonna read that and you're gonna tell me what's it about. Give them something they're gonna enjoy. They will try to know what's behind it, what's the story. They will be they'll try to know stuff to continue reading, just to find out what's gonna happen, what's the story. And from that I started with other type of trilogies of similar type, fantasy book. Exactly, that's what I read
So
for most part.
that interested you. You were
And then
interested in them.
exactly, and then I moved to, I don't know, I tried the classics, and I tried a lot of genre of books. And now I kind of read everything. I read like my favorite parts are like classics, and I don't know, modern books or contemporary books that are good, recommended by some good people. Like I have I'm on Goodread. There's a, you know, that site Goodread.
Yeah.
Goodread.
Okay.
I follow Bill Gates. He has an amazing list. There's a, you know, you find the recommendation from people you respect and you look up to, like Bill Gates or Dr. Jordan Peterson. He has some great books, great book recommendation. I'm trying to get into philosophy. I don't know. I never. I only read one or two books. I'm trying to start from the start, like Plato and other great philosophers, and move my way
Yeah.
to the recent philosophy.
Yeah.
There are like two kind of philosophy: the ancient philosophy with
Yeah.
the Greeks and stuff, and the modern philosophy with Nietzsche and
Oh.
other great thinkers and philosophers.
Wow.
That's it. I'm trying to read more to get my quota of books.
Nice. Um, with that being said, on books, what's your favorite book so far?
I don't know. I don't have a favorite book, but I'm gonna tell you the book that's
Top 10 list, maybe.
top my favorite books of all time. Like in Goodread, I don't give 5 stars to a book unless that book is like, I found it extremely amazing.
Yeah.
And so far, I only gave 5 stars to 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. That book is, I don't know, it's something else. And Macbeth by William Shakespeare. And there's a great book I read last year. Man's Search for Meaning by Dr. Viktor Frankl. That's an amazing book. It's about. I'm gonna give you a small, a little preview about.
Yeah.
It's about. It's a real story about a psychiatrist. He was a psychiatrist, and he was in the concentration camps in Germany.
Yeah.
He suffered the hell of Auschwitz, and after getting out, he wrote a book about finding, I don't know, finding meaning in a meaningless situation, and in the most hellish, painful situations ever. And he founded, I don't know, the logotherapy. It's a branch in psychology about how to drive meaning from hopeless situations.
Hmm.
He's a great book. And also a book I love so much is I'm gonna say the name in French, Un homme, a man, un homme, by I read it in French. Originally is I think it's an Italian book by Oriana Fallaci. Exactly,
All right. Okay.
Oriana Fallaci. And yeah, let's not forget about one of my great authors, Dostoevsky. You know, the
Yeah.
Russian guy. That guy is an amazing author.
So, those are the books that you already read. But can you give me like one book that you really want to read but you still didn't?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a list. You
Unless,
can
yeah,
you can you
sure.
can try, not a list, but a pre-made list, not my list.
Mm.
Uh, and I'm gonna give you one book that I'm trying. I wish that I started sooner, but I'm gonna get to eventually.
Yeah.
The list, you can check there's the Bookluben Word Library. It's by a Norwegian, if I'm correct, a Norwegian, I don't know, society or something like that.
Mhm.
The Norwegian Book Club or the Norwegian Book Society, something like that. They made a list of 100 books uh, from uh, from 100 author,
Yeah.
100 author from 50 or 52 countries. Every author gave like 10 books that influenced them the most, and from those recommendation of like the 100 author around the world, they made 100 book, they, from all ages and all nations and all, like I don't know, the oldest one is like 400 BC or something.
Whoa.
The Epic of Gilgamesh is said to be the first literature work ever made by humans. Most of the authors, they chose Don Quixote or Don Quixote.
Don Quixote.
You know that
Yes,
book as one of best the best book of all time. So that's the book that I'm trying to read. It's like over 1,000 page, and it still scares me, you know.
Oh,
But that's if there's a book I'm trying to read or I'm looking for, that's the one.
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes.
Wow. Um, again, studying medicine did not stop you from playing on instruments. Can you give us a summary about your path with some of the instruments that you played?
Okay, we talked about it before start recording, you know.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Well, now I'm playing the violin. It's my first year. I don't consider myself like a real violinist, but I. It's not that I don't consider myself a real violinist. I don't wanna. I don't want to give too much credit for myself. It's just. I keep saying, Karam, it's just your first year. I know you're a violinist and you're gonna continue this down this path, but it's your first year as a violinist.
Yeah.
I love that instrument so much. I have a violin named Cordelia.
Oh,
I tend to name my stuff. It's a
that's
weird thing
great.
to do.
No, that's really great.
I tried to play the guitar like I don't know 6 years ago or 7. You know the I told you this. I started. I bought a guitar and I thought about teaching myself. Played for like 1 month or two, and I put it in a corner and never touched it again. I didn't commit, and I'm not committed to the guitar as much as I'm committed to the violin. My dream is to like become really really good at violin to the point that I can maybe play in an orchestra or try to play to compete in big the tournaments or competitions.
Yeah, that will be that will be great.
I'm trying. I will try to do that.
Hopefully, we will see you one day.
Of course, I will have front row tickets if I made it to an orchestra.
Okay, everyone right now is listening to this. All right. Away from the instruments and the books, whoever followed you on Instagram in 2019 know that you made a challenge to yourself, which was running 90 days nonstop.
Yeah.
Can you tell us like about this experience and why did you do it?
Okay, so the idea, I don't know how I got the idea. I was just like laying around and I was thinking I should run. I should probably run. I didn't run in a long time, so I should run and I should keep running, to make it a habit or that was the most important thing about this challenge is to run every day. I started with like 4 5Ks and I gradually upgraded to like 10K every day.
Yeah.
And I soon fell out. At some point of that challenge I was like I was running just to show that I was running. But in a way I was really grateful for that because what that challenge made me do is consistency. That's the most important thing about that challenge. You have to get up because you made a challenge and you have to honor that challenge, and you can't lie. You can't just like I with yourself. You can't just I can if I wanted it. I could stay at home and and pretend I did run or something and put it in Instagram for people to see, but I didn't do that because I really wanted to commit to running.
So you did it for 90 days.
I did for 90 days, and I was planning. I don't know if you saw that or not. I announced another challenge, even harder. I was like 100 kilometer per week for 25 weeks. I didn't do that. I'm planning on returning. I'm gonna do that. Running is a great sport.
For people that don't run, and this is a personal question, I didn't prepare for it to be honest, but I always get excited when I see people run or like they talk about their process in running. I'm not a runner myself. 23 years I have never committed to running. And all my friends know that I am no way near like running. I hate running. I'm into walking, but I'm not a runner. How can I get into it? Into this running thing?
I'm just gonna be frank with you.
Yeah.
Running is fucking boring. I hate running. Running is not a fun activity.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that. No one of the people who run, it's like it's not that you hate it. You have a hate love relationship between about running.
Maybe like you hate the process, but you love the results.
Exactly. I hate the first, I don't know, the first 20 or 15 minutes. It's like, why am I here? What am I doing this? 6 in the morning. I want to go to
I could
bed.
have been like, yeah, in my bed.
I could be dreaming right now, but I did wake up to run.
Yeah.
But after, I don't know, you start running, you get your shoes, you go. After like 30 minutes or 40 minutes, you 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 get you get used to it. It's not that you get used to it. It's not like it's like you're not even running. You're just doing something. You forget about running,
Yeah.
and the results, the aftermath, the after you finish your run, you
Yeah.
feel, I don't know, you feel great. You feel fucking great, and you want that. You want the same feeling to repeat itself. I guess that's neurologically. It could be
Correct.
explained neurologically of the. I don't know if I'm correct, uh, but the it's the reward circuit. You know, you feel great because your brain release the same chemicals that that gets released when you, I don't know, when you do something enjoyable. And
That's just because of running, or because of the commitment that you made.
no, not the commitment, but the in the activity of running.
Yeah.
And most importantly, when you finish, that's the best part. After you finish and you go rest, you feel like you earned that rest. Especially if you run in the morning,
Yeah.
I guarantee you your day gonna pass great. You know, you started early, you had your run, you did one thing correct in your day. Even
Yeah.
if you went and you did nothing that day, you're gonna say, I'm not encouraging that, but you're gonna say, I did my run, I feel great. And you don't have to like run 10K or 5K, 1 kilometer per day. That's a great start. That's the problem with people when they start running. They see others like running, I don't know,
10 miles,
10
like Casey
miles or 10
Neistat.
exactly, and you're intimidated but by that number.
Yeah.
But just just run with your pace, your comfortable pace, and as long as you can, and stop. And preferably you make a number of kilometers in a week, you know,
Yeah.
or in a day. Like today I'm gonna run 3 kilometers, and keep that for like 2 3 weeks, and try to upgrade it for 4 kilometers. And try to find a community, you know, community of runners. And if in real life or in or online, you know, like what I like, I'm gonna tell you something I like is running memes. You
Oh,
know, you
yeah.
can just search in Instagram running memes. There's some, you when you feel like you belong to some group, even
Yeah.
if you're not with them or something, it encourages you to continue that journey.
Yeah.
Running is amazing, you know, but I hate it, but I love it. Running is, you know, I have a hate love relationship with running.
Yeah. So from running, let's talk about your love for plants.
That's recent, by the way. It's like
Yeah.
1 year ago I started watching videos in YouTube about plants people. I don't know, not plant people, people who love plants. I was gonna say, right. I saw, if I remember correctly, I saw one video about a girl named Summer Rain Oakley or something like that. She had like 1,000 plants in her apartment. She's
Wow.
crazy about plants. My goal
Mhm.
as I enter this domain of plants and stuff, and
Yeah.
is to someday, I don't know, make an association to plant more trees. To I don't know if I say I don't know too much, way too much. I have to say this. I didn't say it in first. English is my like my third language. You know, so I'm not. If I butcher it, it's not on me. My
It's
first
alright.
language is Arabic, then French, then English. That's why I'm struggling with it. Anyway, we were in plants, so I wish in the future that I don't know to enter or start an association to plant more trees, more to have more plants all around. You know, you go around, you go outside, you see. We need more plants in our lives. You know,
Yeah.
plants make people happy. That's a fact.
Plants make me happy.
Makes me happy,
Yeah.
and I'm sure it makes also people happy. You know, being in a room full of plants, you're
Yeah.
gonna feel so much better than being in a plain room with just walls and furniture.
Yeah.
They add like the they add more life to your life, if that makes sense.
Wow.
It's a beautiful place. If it's a beautiful thing to have in your place, you know.
Yeah. Can you tell us how many plants do you have, and did you name them yet?
Yeah, I name a few. That's the weird thing I do. I name my plants. I have like I don't know, maybe 20. I just started. I don't have enough. I wish I had more. You know, I have the one that I love. I love all my plants the same way, but the one that stand out are like my Monstera deliciosa. It's a type of plant. I named her Funfi since when I got her, she had like five leaves, and
Yeah.
Funf is the number five in Germany. I don't know why I hate named her Funf, but I did. I have an alocasia. I have my first plant was a cactus, like everyone around the world. I found it. I don't know. It's strange that everyone who got into plants got it from started from a cactus. You know,
Oh.
Phoebe. Her name is Phoebe,
Oh,
and I
like
don't know.
Phoebe Buffet. Oh
Bro.
no. Okay. No, no,
No,
not
no,
like that.
I get that a lot. They say, "Are you like a Friends fan? Is
Yeah.
that Phoebe?" No, I was like, "No, no, just popped in my head, Phoebe." My name is Phoebe.
Um, you know that this podcast will be uploaded on social media.
Oh, yeah,
Until now, it's just on YouTube. Hopefully, in the future, I'll try to upload it on
the
like
platforms,
podcast platforms.
platforms. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, can you give us one word that will be the best to describe your life so far?
One word, I would say, grateful. That's. I love that word, and everything behind it.
Yeah.
To be grateful is I don't know. It's how I'm trying to live my life. Grateful for everything that's went good in my life and every bad thing that happened. Gratitude. Yeah, that's if I'm gonna choose one word.
Right.
Or indubiously. I love that word.
And what?
Indubiously. That it does not describe me or anything. I
Yeah.
just love that word. Indubiously. And bubbles. I love that word too. You can't say bubbles with an
Yeah.
angrily.
Yeah. To be honest, this was incredible. Like, I don't need to read anything right now. Um,
Hopefully.
yeah, we reached to the end of this episode. The mic is yours if you want to say anything to the people that will listen to this.
Of course. I hope I didn't mess up a lot in English because I don't know. I'm not good in English as I think I am. When I write good. You know, I'm a good writer. But when I talk, I don't know. With any language you have to practice. You know, you have to talk a lot. I don't talk with as much as I would love. If I want to say something, that's been an idea I had a long time ago, like to expand my Instagram to reach more people,
Yeah.
to do more stuff in there, you know, health wise and running and I don't know, stuff that I'm good at.
Yeah.
So it's my first podcast. I'm really honored you thought of me. By the way, I hope it's good, and subscribe and be grateful.
Well, people, I guess that's a wrap. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Of course, my pleasure.